Hello, today is the 7th of December 2020, and I'm going to take a look at Giuliani's health. I had a comment yesterday, the day before. It's how time goes by with me, very quick. Where in my last video I called someone noted, and forgive me, I can't remember your username on my channel, but they said, she called it. And honestly, I've been so busy just trying to keep up that I hadn't been following Giuliani more recently. And apparently, yes, he's got COVID. Excuse me. And so I want to just take a look, because I felt like when I saw that card in that last reading that I did on Giuliani, you'll find it, if you're curious, in the World Political Tarot playlist. And it would be the most recent one on Giuliani. He got the Three of Swords, and I kept feeling, because of it was the zombie tarot and it shows a heart really graphically, there was there were other medical looking cards, as I recall, that may have popped up for him in that reading. So I just want to check on him. Now, I just checked the headlines and I see that they claim he doesn't have a fever. And I just want to check in, see how he's doing. Because I think his heart could be affected long term. It's just, he's not a well man to begin with. He's no spring chicken. And, it's harder for older people to bounce back. So, unfortunately, this administration isn't known for telling the truth. However, they are given medical care and that you and I and the average person can't access. So he will probably be okay, but I think he might suffer some kind of long-term problem. That's just not looking at the cards. Gut read, as I say, gut feeling. And I can be wrong. I am only human. And I don't always get it right. And oftentimes when you don't get it right, if you read the cards, you'll understand what I mean. And I hope that for everyone that watches my videos, that you will go out there and try to read and just see what that's like. See how you do. Get back to me. Anyway. Let's look at Giuliani. Did you notice how I put that off for a while? Yeah. Don't really care for reading these guys. But I know we need to. So let's take a look. Giuliani's health. I asked the ancestors and Creator, my other spiritual helpers, to please assist me to read on Giuliani and all my readings accurately and clearly, as best I can. Give me some help. And I thank them. Giuliani. What's his health like? We know he has COVID. Is he going to recover quickly? How goes it for Rudy with the COVID? I asked the universe to share with us, the spirit of the tarot, what we need to know. What it wants to share with us about his health situation, how he is responding to treatment, How does it look for Rudy with COVID? Okay. Well, here's the public and being in the public. He does get the Ten of Wands, so there's a great deal of stress for him, I'm sure, to get well so he can represent Trump in the manner that Rudy does Rudy. King of Wands. There's a lot of fire here. This is all fire. And the Fool. Oh boy. I don't know. And again, all my readings are alleged for entertainment purposes only, but if he isn't running a fever, I know he would be really super stressed, but this is all fire and one major arcana card, which is the Fool. Just gonna point that out to you. And we know that no doubt he is stressed. I'm just thinking that there is a fever running. Sorry, here's my hand. I do feel like maybe this is what they're telling the... No. This is Rudy's burden to deal with the public and get back out there. And he is really stressed out to the complete nth with this Ten of Wands. It is a 11 card, so to speak. If we were thinking of Spinal Tap, put it up to 11. So this feels so fiery, and it's not just the... I don't think that it is just the desire and the stress and the burden to get out there, but I think that might actually, even in and of itself, as he's being treated, make it more difficult to recover, because there's a great deal of stress. So there's kind of, I would think here, a snowball effect potentially going on with that, because I think he could end up having warmth. And I'm sure Trump is like putting the pressure on him big time to represent him, because Trump has messed it up for himself by having a history of not paying his people, lawyers especially, and other small businesses. He just doesn't like to pay for anything, and he's let it get to where many of you know by now, lawsuits, and where he would either make it so that he could have more money to... that people weren't able to sue because they couldn't afford to, basically. Took a lot of advantage of a lot of small businesses that way. And a lot of lawyers. You notice he goes through lawyers like, socks. His feet stink, I'm sure. They don't want... It stinks that they can't... that can't get their pay, for them. But only the best. There's his card. Rudy, because Rudy's also a Gemini. So is Trump, so let's just see how this goes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Trump is worried. Rudy's worried. They're both worried about him being well enough and the time factor. Once you are positive for COVID, there is also a certain number of times that you have to test negative, that you are clear of it, before you can return to quote unquote work or back out from self quarantine, or when you're really sick, hospitalization. This is, I think, what I'm getting here. He's definitely worried that he's not going to be able to keep up and help Trump's case. And I believe that I see him being given treatment. There's a sense, though, of defeat here with this second line, wherein the public is concerned when we look vertically. I think here he is actually feeling quite poorly, is an understatement, with the Ten of Wands. But I feel like the Eight of Pentacles is him receiving over and over again some kind of treatment. I think this is Trump and Giuliani back in contact with each other. They're between the foolishness of the two of them. It would be funny if it weren't such a serious situation. Giuliani has the worry card and the anxiety card right next to him. And again, there's a sense to me of he's not really able to rest completely the way one needs to really recover well from a serious illness or injury. Trust me, as someone who has spent about a year now on bed rest, when you get something as serious as COVID, and that's not why but irregardless, it takes a while. Now, the difference is he's getting the treatment that the rest of us would never, unfortunately, get. This treatment that they get should be whatever all of us get too. This is so wrong. That upsets me. That's a reading for another day. But I see the tomfoolery going on card here. Their own foolishness has created this worry, this situation, this crisis, for Rudy to be well enough to represent Trump. Okay, here we go to the third line. I'm going to lay that one out. We have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. And if we look down vertically, we have the Four of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. And I think the public, it just isn't buying the facade that he's going to try to put up. That's what the first thought that hit me. Yes, he's going to have chaos here, but he will be fighting. I think both the illness and trying to catch up. As he gets better, maybe perhaps with this treatment. But again, I feel like there's a possibility that with the the stress, this great deal of stress, despite the treatment, it kind of sets him back a bit, whereas for other people, they might recover more quickly. Yes, this is the electronic communication, I feel like, between he and Trump. Probably also telephone, yeah. And I get my Biden card, but it may not be Biden, I'm not sure, at the end of this. Well, we have a King of Cups. It may not be Biden. It could be someone else. But it's not Rudy. I feel that this shows that despite what this marries up with what I read vertically, there is a facade that is presented. Perhaps this is their bluff and bluster, but there is scrambling. It is just desperate fighting, it feels like to me. Underneath the surface, there is a sense of infighting and a sense of fighting Rudy's just totally stressed. He's got Trump on his back, I'm shown, and it is not going to help him. I think it could delay him in his recovery as quickly as he would like. But he is receiving this treatment. But I feel like there's a resistance in the future to it. And he might not, that may not be the picture that is presented, shall we say, to the public. And here I feel like, is this Biden communicating something? Or someone else that is pertinent to, that would be pertinent to this situation? I don't know right now. They're worried, definitely, about Biden. I'll probably pull another row. Because oh, sorry. I changed the setup of my camera, and I thought, oh, I'll be doing you all such a favor. Sorry, guys. Well, here's their worry. And, you know, the Fool is the new journey. It is the reset. It is the new year. It is Biden coming in. So that would, they have great concern for him coming into office. That's, and I feel like trying to throw up roadblocks for Trump. Trump is losing so much legally, as not only myself, but many other readers have seen happening, that he would just see his legal attempts fall through, and it just wouldn't go in his favor. They are really, I can only tell you, the feeling is that these people really have lived in a, and as we know, and they've lived like nobody we know has, most of us. They are completely sheltered. They are trying to delay an inevitable, horrible shock in lifestyle. And it is going to dwindle their financial resources, what I continually see rather quickly, because they don't know, as I've said many times, and especially Trump, but this family, period, is inept. They are too lazy to put in the work. They are put more energy into going about doing things, it seems, because they're horrible at it and they continually get caught. But they're always trying to do things through some sort of back channel. And today is the day, so to speak, as far as the now and the universe is concerned, that ends. This is a karmic thing within this family, and there's a bigger thing than the rest of us at play here, and the universe isn't playing with them. They're going to find out, and it's going to wipe the smile off their faces. Here we can see, and I feel like Trump is represented with the King of Wands, the Marsian type in this reading, that's playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes. He is also under a lot of pressure because of the of the new year and the new administration coming in. My apologies. See what I get for trying to. I got to get much more adept myself. So that's what I see there. Sorry about that. Just getting back on track. Again, here's that public facade of, yeah, we're great, we're wonderful. We've got this in the bag. And no, we certainly don't. We're terrified and we're fighting Biden coming in. We're putting out propaganda. This could also be them resorting to propaganda. Rather, in addition, of course, they're going to do that, so I don't even know why I said that. It's all of that. And he might say he's well enough to go out there and fight, but I don't know. I think I see a great deal of worry, and I do see Biden, communications. I think that it will affect Trump's certainly already questionable ability to be represented well by Rudy. I'm trying to be kind. For some reason. How unlike me. No. But I just think too late, too soon. They've been foolish. They've gone without masks. Here's where your own behavior catches up to you, your own foolishness. Now you're not going to be able to represent him or yourself because you're both connected. You're both going to sink. Not a good look. Foolishness. And it's going to be a hot mess. Yeah. I see him having to abandon it looks like some sort of beginning of work, potentially. His health may not quite be up to it. There is some sense of a celebration or public event. Has to do with the past. Well, that would be, I think, the inauguration funds, because it was, right? It was one of those would be that, because that money was ended up being used for the kids, his children, their reception, their party, their after party, which there was money that was a ridiculous sum just for them. And it was illegal AF. So I'm sure that this is representing the party in the past. It kind of feels like it. This also, I just feel like the inauguration. Do not, it just does not look, I see him, I just think that he's going to take longer to recoup, and it's going to push out the timeline on him being able to begin representing Trump. Trump might have to look to someone else. This shows the issues with their family, the Trump family, and money. And as this is talking about with the Three of Wands, it's usually looking at an expansion, or where you're sending something overseas or somewhere else. It's like using it to further something else. So I'm feeling like these are the funds, or these perhaps are just not only a certain issue, although it could be, of one set of funds, but maybe various. It is collective. It is a collective set of a large sum of money, and it looks like it has been channeled elsewhere, like in this case, dare I say overseas, maybe to some other kind of an account. It's been put elsewhere. It's been expanded in some way, and I don't know. Again, I'm feeling like this money, it's a betrayal. Yeah, I think it is illegal, and with that Three of Swords, it is also with the Two of Swords. It is kept secret. It is a secret account, but I believe that it shows that that the money's been divided up, and maybe shifted also some of it off into some kind of other account or funnel, if you will. Oh, we're going to have a great deal of emotion out of Rudy and knee-jerk reactions. So he will also, I think, recover with the Temperance and the Page of Cups, but I don't see, it looks like, him becoming any more mentally clear, or it is, I just feel that the covers are being pulled back on them, and they don't have adequate representation, and it's not going to go well for them. Or Rudy. I do feel like he will, because he's being treated and given substantial medical treatment, that he will, I think, rebound. But I do have concern from my last reading that long term there could be some damage he will face, because he's no spring chicken. Okay? And there's my reading on Giuliani. It's a mess just like him. Yee! That's why I don't like reading on these guys. But anyway, thank you for listening. A little bit longer than usual. and I will surprise you with the next one. I'm going by news headlines. See you in the next video. Please like and subscribe, please, and share. Thank you.